the intent of and the purpose of an initiative conversation is to create a future. It can be a really elaborate future. It can be a relatively short-term, simple future. But it creates a future and show people the value of fulfilling it. Why should we fulfill it? And it's not sufficient because it's your job. That doesn't get you a long way. It'll get you some of the way, but it doesn't necessarily get you all the way. So initiative conversations speak for a future that you find attractive in a way that lets people see the value in pursuing it. Include the accomplishment ingredients in that. And by the accomplishment ingredients, you want to be really clear on what it is you want to accomplish. I just finished leading a class on leading and managing change for the working professional MBAs, and one of their projects was they had to produce an impossible change in their organization. And the first part of it was, well, you got to say what you want. They were very surprised to find out how hard it is to actually say what you want. It takes some work to really get clear on saying what it is you really want. When is it to be accomplished? Is there a time frame in which you're talking about? And why this accomplishment is important. What is it that makes it important? Why should we care about this? Why should I invest my life in it other than you're telling me that I have to do it?
In the following clip, Kennedy's speech about landing a man on the moon is an example of an initiative conversation that includes the accomplishment ingredients, which are 1. What do you want to accomplish? 2. By when do you want to accomplish it? And 3. Why is accomplishing it important?
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space, and none will be so difficult or expensive to accomplish. Let it be clear, and this is a judgment which the members of the Congress must finally make. Let it be clear that I am asking the Congress and the country to accept a firm commitment to a new course of action, a course which will last for many years and carry very heavy costs. If we are to go only halfway or reduce our sights in the face of difficulty, in my judgment, it would be better not to go at all. President John F. Kennedy at a joint session of Congress in May 25th, 1962, or 61, excuse me. This was part of a very long set of initiative conversations. The whole thing was a set of initiative conversations. But this is one that's, at the time, was extraordinarily remarkable. So a couple things to look at the Kennedy future in the context of what we're saying. So what did he want to accomplish? Yeah, so we want to look at a couple. It's not that he just wanted to land a man on the moon. Those are other, but what he wants is to land a man on the moon and return him safely. And return him safely is a key addition. I mean, pardon me?
Especially if you're the astronaut.
Exactly, especially if you're the one going. But I point that out because that really does make a difference. Can you imagine if he just said, I want to land a man on the moon by the end of the decade, and you can hear the NASA coming in, Mr. President, we've just landed a man on the moon. Oh, that's fabulous. When is he coming back? Back? You want it back too? We didn't do that. So those things set up in the initiative, you start to define the conditions that have to be satisfied in order for the change to be considered a success. Just landing a man on the moon is insufficient. Just land a man on the moon and return him safely. And when did he want it to happen? By the end of the decade. Now, at the time he's doing that, the end of the decade is a sufficient time period. But compare that to somebody who says, well, I'd like to as soon as we get a chance, I want to land a man on the moon. Okay, when are we supposed to do that? Or sometime in the foreseeable future we should land a man on the moon. Or as soon as it's possible we should land a man on the moon. Or, you know, it'd be great if we landed a man on the moon. When? Well, when we get to it. None of those have time frames in them. And you want to look to the extent to which are we engaged in the initiation of a change in the absence of a time frame in which people can get related to what you're asking them to do. And then, why did he say it mattered? Yeah, it's impressive for mankind.